I hate Kirby as a character. I just wanted to express my pure, unadulterated hatred for Kirby. The games are fine, but the protagonist annoys me to the core. The reason I wanted to sort of pause my thoughts is because of the stigma attached to even disliking, let alone hating Kirby in the gaming community. You guys go on as if it's impossible to dislike him. Sure, I liked him when I was a child growing up playing the Game Boy and even for a brief time during teenagehood. However, his character is way too saturine for me. From his shallow design to the almost complete lack of character development. I was scratching my head for a long time thinking how this pink blob of nonsense consistently ranks among the top 20 favourite video game character polls, albeit always in the 20 or 16 bracket. However, there are a few inevitable reasons for his popularity. First off, this is a franchise by Nintendo. People gobble up whatever this company throws at them, and Kirby is the mainstay franchise at this point. Also, the franchise is named after the actual character, which means your enjoyment of the game rests even more upon how much you want to invest in the protagonist. If Nintendo made Bubsy and called it Bubsy, you'd rank highly, even if these favourite character polls are glorified highest selling franchise protagonist rankings. Kirby is the number 5 best selling franchise with the protagonist's name as a title. It's tragic that more layered and endearing characters are not ranked above. If you express any sort of disdain towards Kirby, you are immediately dismissed or met with a few generic responses. The worst is that you're edgy. This is damaging to an environment of discussion. I love cute characters. One of my favourite characters is Sackboy from Little Big Planet, someone who is more wholesome and cute than Kirby, with a more original design and a universally acclaimed franchise. This leads into the next response you met with: Kirby doesn't have one bad game. Well, it's unanimously recognised as Nintendo's weakest franchise, and mediocre entries don't count as good games. For comparison, the average Metacritic score of Little Big Planet is 84, while Kirby's is 74. Sure, Kirby has more games, but this is still a massive gap in quality. Good old Sackboy won't rank higher than Kirby though, because he hasn't been around as long. He also doesn't have the fake, unearned edge and badassery that Kirby has, because of Sakurai's bias as creator. He's really been a sort of poster boy for Super Smash Bros. It's ironic they have to increase Kirby's height considerably for Smash, and that Kirby is actually one of the weakest characters in tier rankings. Yet Kirby is supposedly one of the most powerful characters in gaming. Anything can be written with any sort of ability. Kirby as a series has non-existent writing, and lets Kirby have whatever power without earning that through an arc, or anything conventional in storytelling sense. But make way for postmodernism. People will unironically like Kirby for the absorption power gimmick and all of his silly feats because it defies logic and the storytelling convention. Take away his absorption and his ass would be kicked by anyone or anything. Parappa, another more wholesome protagonist in a franchise that is totally appropriate and cute, would destroy him easily. Yet he is still plastered on many profile pictures. Those forever fixed blushes on his cheeks, the lurid pinkness, and his dull expressions make it queasy on the spots. Ugh. But then when you put in the unearned admiration, ridiculous character moments, and non-existent personality, that's what makes you despise him as a character. Now stop making jokes about his supposed undeniable appeal and indirectly is intimidating those who dislike Kirby to speak their minds. If there's someone like me who hates him, there are bound to be many others, and as a long-time gamer, I'll always think Kirby is one of the worst characters from